Welcome back, everyone. I've got something really special today. I had 10 different video ideas and I couldn't pick just one, so I boiled them all down into one information-packed list. So stick around and let's dig in. Okay, I have a ton of content to get through, so let's just jump right into number one. Without sales, you will starve. It's that simple. You need to know your prices and have confidence in delivering them. You must establish a sales funnel that's going to generate impressions that turn into leads, that turn into sales, and then you'll have to have a system in place to follow up with your sales and customers so that you get recurring business over and over again. On that note, you need to have active and passive lead sources. By far, passive lead sources have been the highest close rate lead sources in our business because you're essentially just taking an order. Active sales, on the other hand, takes you out of your comfort zone quickly. However, it puts you in the driver's seat of your income. Number two, in your excitement to get sales, it's important to realize that not every sale is beneficial. Taking on the wrong job can sometimes kill your business slowly and other times very quickly. Just because someone wants to buy from you doesn't necessarily make them a good customer. Early on, you can fall into the trap of having unlimited time and no money. So of course, you'll take every job that comes your way. But as your pipeline fills up, you're gonna realize that some jobs have a much higher per hour rate than others. At some point, you're going to get swamped. And the toughest transition to make is going from taking every job that comes your way to turning down jobs that are going to slow you down or cost you money. Alternatively, some jobs are simply outside your skill set or ability to deliver. It's okay to explore your limitations, but once you've found them, know that they're there and don't take on jobs that can cost you money, time, or your reputation. Number three, if you aren't intentional about your target market, you're going to get what comes to you. If you don't already have one, you'll need to come up with a business plan that outlines the type of customer and the type of sales that you want to attract, and then go after them full force. This is where niching down comes into play, because in my experience, being highly successful in a couple of verticals is much better than being the jack of all trades and the master of none. Number four, you need a system to survive and grow. Fumbling through orders may work when you're by yourself and you only have the occasional sale. But once your pipeline starts to fill up, you'll get crushed trying to juggle steps for multiple orders on completely different deadlines. But more importantly, if you handle every order without a plan, there's just no way you're going to be able to pass off the individual steps to employees as you start to try and scale. Number five, if you're watching this video, you're already doing this, so congratulations. But research your craft. You're gonna uncover tools and tips that are necessary to help you streamline your process and become more efficient. If you get comfortable, you will fall behind and eventually be squeezed out by your competitors who have continued to learn. If you're just starting out, you're likely using budget tools and equipment, and you're probably aware that they're going to limit your capabilities. Especially in the early stages of your business, it is critical that you reinvest as much money as you can into optimizing your processes. Stay aware of the evolving state of the industry, the improvements that have become available, and the tools that start falling within your budget that will cut your production time and expenses down. Number six, and this is a tough one, expand slowly. React quickly, and be willing to downsize when it's necessary. When you're in growth mode, you'll likely feel ready to or even desperate to expand before it's financially safe. While it may seem unlikely in the middle of your massive success, unexpected setbacks can and do happen. The last thing you want to do is to have expanded too quickly and increased your financial commitments only to face a major setback and fold when you could have had an otherwise successful business at your previous overhead. Number seven, a partnership is a much bigger deal than you may think, and nothing can kill your business faster than a bad one. All of the talent and ability in the world can't make up for a business partner that has access to your money and can make decisions that you disagree with. I've had 3 business partnerships. The first 2 ended on good terms. The most recent one, however, set off a chain of events that nearly killed my business and has taken years to recover from. Number 8, keep good records and maintain organization. This should go without saying, but as a creative person, it's been very difficult for me to keep good records over the years. But the value of staying on top of my records and keeping my files organized has paid huge dividends, especially when it comes time to pay your taxes, know who to follow up with annual orders, find artwork and job notes for a recent order, or put together a contextually relevant portfolio for a new client. In the end, you'll thank yourself for staying organized. A side note for that is to get some kind of online backup that can give you a copy of your files just in case something happens locally. Number 9, never shy away from a difficult decision or hope that it's just going to resolve itself. This is a big one. If you have an employee that is poisoning the shop, or a bad apple of a customer, or some other serious situation, you have to go into overdrive to make sure you handle that situation properly, quickly, and fairly. Otherwise, you could miss your opportunity and it can have catastrophic results for your business. All right, number 10. This is the last one, and I think it's the biggest determining factor in the success or failure of your business. I saved this one for last because I felt like I'd be wasting my breath on the 50 or 60% of people that only get halfway into a video and then dive off anyways. So if you've made it this far, there is a good chance this applies to you. Number 10 is plant your flag. Make this the one thing that you protect, that you refuse to give up, and that you stick with unwaveringly. Over the years, I've had several startup ideas, some small side companies, and exciting distractions come my way. But when push came to shove, it was my business that kept my family fed, and I had to make sure that I never let myself forget that. And I'll tell you, it is not easy. One of the toughest decisions that I ever had to make was letting a startup that I felt extremely passionate for go dormant. This was the kind of project that I would wake up at like 3 in the morning in cold sweats, just excited about what the next step was. Unfortunately, the trap about getting excited about something new usually coincides with a difficult time in your business. And it can be tough to keep your business firmly in focus when you're going through some kind of adversity like that. When my business hit absolute rock bottom in the wake of my partner blowout, it didn't look like we were gonna make it. It took massive sacrifices, letting some really beloved people go and a huge ego check just to keep the business from going under. In the end, my absolute refusal to call a dead horse dead is the only thing that kept that engine moving forward. Looking back from years later, it was the best decision that I could have made, because not only did the business come back, but we're in a fundamentally stronger position than we were before. But this time, we're armed with all of the knowledge of the pitfalls that we walked blindly into in years past. I truly think those of you who are still watching have what it takes to succeed in this industry, because clearly you are learners and you are listeners. But don't let your ability to learn and listen keep you on the sidelines. It is time to take action. It's time to get started, and you can do this. I'll see you guys next time.